they are not convincing. But a coach is a coach. Ebia, this is the team obefa ebetimi ayede aboa, and we shouldn't talk about only the national team side. Ohwe okọ Europa, wa coach big teams near the he just unconvincing me yet there, but he is the man they are choosing. Don't you trust that if the GFA give him the full opportunity to work obey the man?
Well, Sir Carlos Queiroz and the man for the job, and I say no, the man for the job. For me, I didn't say it was a good decision from the Ghana Football Association to appoint Carlos Queiroz as a manager to the World Cup and Basel. So that would be can the numbers said the numbers and said that impressive. And said the numbers and matches our ball or World Cup in ma. We bought 60 matches. Anna we conceded 19 goals, Ashe 19 goals. And all square these goals are more 0 goals because we Ashe 19 and we conceded 19. We lose 8, we draw 4, and we win 4. In 60 matches, meaning a very, very average. But for me, aside the numbers, any in the CV, Obieka said Carlos Queiroz are managing Manchester United as their assistant manager. I'm managing Real Madrid. Oman, your friend say Egypt, Oman, and Iran now. For me, I think say he's the right man for Blasters in Jumano anything. One reason any say Osha big nations are Omako Walker about making impact and Oma tours are winning a World Cup winning and coaches of them going and coaches in no be no more track record of winning the World Cup. One Argentina. Omuko one Lionel Scaloni. No be a that coach and so Lionel Scaloni a few coach in daddy or if Argentina don't World Cup on a or win momo. DJ Deschamps so be a player for national team or win World Cup at a momo. Or but not on board World Cup as a coach. But the France national team do Edomoko win. Now, coach, now Obia Bonabasopa in the World Cup or Qatar was a year Croatia coach. They played in the final and Croatia coach will be an But look at how was managing Croatia team now on the board the final. So for me, I think he's the right man for the job, and it's a bit man make him be in this World Cup. Carlos Queiroz and the right man. The Etosu menu Obianim Carlos Queiroz as a very defensive coach, and Osa your coach bia also a lot of respect at the training grounds and the dressing room because coach one manage big players at Manchester United and a Real Madrid there. Young players man they needed respect say also be timide aye jumano e de amaye. Aside that, a lot of Ghanaians are talking about Carlos Queiroz ne style of play there babebo any sika be check Carlos Queiroz because oje $100,000. It was a year 20,000 but it didn't kind of so be 100,000. A 4 months contract and I was signed a short term. Short term. And no problem I mean if you want. In short term he's the best. But yeah short term another coach for the long term project and another question will be visa. And then front to be born the other day near about doing common. Now said the Ghanaians be expected as a Blasters in Bobola. They have a very good football game. Then he has a resource as I account hono. Which and I young 2 years remove from Carlos Queiroz. Because after Carlos Queiroz with the Egypt national team in the AFCON, I think said the 2019 AFCON or the 2022 AFCON, Egypt in Senegal combo in the final. Or no other Egypt minor call final. No about for 3 months or the Egypt minor call final. And one of the attributes I know be the Egypt national team number was their defensive setups. I don't say in defense you're very solid. You will not concede a lot of goals. It will be very difficult for the opponent to break. A very solid team in terms of defense in the midfield. But Osha Ghana, your national team plays one year best a year strength, your strength, the outfront. can Carlos Queiroz get the best out of Antoine Semenyo? The likes of Kamadi Suleimanamo, the likes of Fatawi Shaukumo, the likes of Ibrahim Suleimanamo, Afrontana, Ediamayan Blanc, Ediamayan Ghana. That's one thing I was saying 2 years ago. But in terms of a defensive unity, defensive cohesion there, the better be the free Carlos Queiroz on. Anna, say per se in the World Cup, so Carlos Queiroz is the right man to lead the Black Stars of Ghana. And for me, I think so. Be Tima Yujuman. If there's a man, they needed time now, and also at Tima Bibia. But one thing I'll be a cassette. See the coach, baby, and the GF, and manipulate the coaches,
Because we had from one of our colleagues, Michael, saying said, Kurt stood somewhere and said he should not be out of a decision. Say the players ever camper.
Okay. But Carlos Queiroz is not the man of manipulating in terms of saying for play, remember, and taking decisions. He's not that right.